Hi guys, welcome back to another tutorial video. In this video, we'll be learning what are stored procedures, why do we use stored procedures, and how to use them. So let's get started right away. So first of all, let me go through some theory and tell you what are stored procedures. So stored procedure is a written set of logical group of SQL statements that we can use again and again. So its benefits, modular programming. So it is a part of the code in which we can reuse it again and again. And let me tell you basically why do we use store procedures? When you are calling an API and you want to store some data, and let's say there is a user and you are want to add another user, you will write its username, password, and you don't want to write the whole code of insert logic again and again. So you just make a procedure. Stored procedure will be taking some parameters of a name and password, and it will be making a new entry in the table. Performance, yeah, it is quite fast. And security, well, SQL stored procedures without needing any direct statements. So you are basically secure from all the SQL injections, malicious that can make your database vulnerable. So before learning stored procedures, we should know what are variables and how to declare them. But basically, variables are just like in any other programming language is data where we is a box where we can store data. So let me go you through SQL. Let's go to Microsoft SQL Server and see how we can use variables. So here I'm using customer orders database, and let's just declare a variable. For that, you write declare and then just a name, like let's write my variable. The at before that is very necessary, and the data type. Let's just give it an int for simplicity. And now after declaring, you can also set the value, like set at my variable is equals to 1, and also you can just print it out like this. Select at my variable, like that. If I run this one, it will execute that, but it has no benefit. If I use these both, yes, now the value is set. But if I only select this one and run, no, it will not recognize the variable. We have to run all these three commands together so that we can get the result. And here, like I got it, no column name is, you can say my var, and then you can run the all three and it will give my var. So that was basically variables. Now let's move forward and learn about procedures. That's some code you can analyze it as just regarding to variables. Now let's just start into the procedures. So it is the syntax: create procedure, name, input, output. We will go through all of this in a minute. Let's just make a simple procedure. Create create procedure. That's the syntax. And name, let's for simplicity I'm giving my p1. And then you can write as let's just say select all from um from customer orders tables, and we will be using, let's say, order. So I'll write order, and that's it. Our procedure is create, execute, and command completed successfully. You can see your stored procedures by going in programmability and stored procedures. Just reload it, and programmability, stored procedures, and here you can see my p1. Now, after creating a stored procedure, you need to execute it. You have to write exec for execute and the name of the procedure. And if I execute it, still it's having no parameters, just it's gonna select and give me all the data of my order table. So that is the procedure without arguments. If you want to run a procedure with arguments, so let's just make it. So create procedure my, I'll recommend you to watch the video at 1.25 speed. So now you can just make parameters. Let's say my, it takes parameter of id, and id should be its data type is int. Okay, and now just write our procedure. Select all from order where order number, I can just see that, is equals to at my parameter id, and it will create my procedure just like that. And now we can execute it. For that you have to write execute my procedure 2, and now you have to give the data type at id is equals to 1, and now just simply run it. Look, it is giving me all the data of orders table which have id 1. And important point, if I have taken id here as parameter, if I give id 1, it will give me an error because I have given it a name id. And you know what? Basically, we are not giving here static data. You need variables here, and here the variable part comes in. You have to declare variable declare at my where 2 is equals to, or and I'm gonna give it a name int. And now just let's set it at my where 2 is equals to, let's say, 2. And here without giving static data, we will be giving dynamic data. And basically this variable will be set through an API. We will run it all, because if I run only this, it will not find my var2. We have to declare set and run it. And I think order to, oh, I am writing an extra 2 here. Let's just run it again. Declare at my var2. So let's run it. Execute. I have no value relate order. Let's just select star from order. Let's just run my procedure 1, and I don't have an id with order 2. Let's give it an id 3, and there I go. Let's execute the procedure, and here I go. I get the id with order number 3. So it is basically a procedure with one parameter. You can also make a procedure with 3 parameters if you want. Create procedure my p3, and you can give basically like at id, and you can just take int comma at, let's just say at let's num, and I am also giving it int. You can give it any, and as, let's just make something like that. Select star from order where order number is equals to at id. Well, it is really redundant to do so, but you can play around with it with real world examples. And total items ordered is equals to at num. And here we go, my procedure is ready to go. And now let's just execute it. Exec my procedure 3, and here you're gonna give at id is equals to 1 comma at num is equals to 20. I guess it should be existing semicolon. And now let's just execute it. Oh no, I don't have any. Let's just execute my procedure 1 to get that data. And I have with 30. It should be 30, and I'll get 1 row. Here I go. So that was basically procedures. My procedures are getting saved in the programmability stored procedures. And here I go, my P1, my P2, my P3. So that was all it. Let me go you through from some real world examples. And here you can see just they're using begin and end. These are the to declare the starting and ending of a code block. When you will be declaring complex procedures just like this one, if then you will be using this begin and end ones. So play around with the procedures, stored procedures, and that's it for today. I hope you like the video. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. And if you have any questions, pin me in the comments. Allah Hafiz.